Good morning, everybody. It is the day. Today is Saturday, September 6th, and I am getting around doing my last little details before leaving for the big IUI procedure today. It's early. Not for some of you, but for me, the clock reads the number 6 first, which is too early for me. But we're up. No problem getting up. I went to bed at about midnight, and I do the very poor decision making of watching YouTube before falling asleep. But if you're like me, that meant putting on the Korean street food and watching that until I was able to settle in. I'm setting up to do just my very minimal morning makeup routine, taking vitamins this morning, and we're going to be hitting the road. Because as I said before, we've got about a 2-hour journey to the doctor's office. So, taking my prenatals, they're gummies. I set out all of my makeup. This is my tiny bathroom. I love this bathroom though, because it's mine. In a house full of men, you cherish little things like that. So this is the girls' bathroom here in the house. I'm also taking my vitamin D3 and a baby aspirin. Low dose aspirin. I don't know. They don't call them baby aspirin anymore. Is that because somebody got offended? Like some man got offended that they were called baby aspirins instead of just for general use? I don't know. Anyhow, low dose aspirin, baby aspirin, same thing. So, what is an IUI? That's what everybody wants to know, right? That's the most commonly asked question. So an IUI stands for intrauterine insemination. And to sum that up, it means that today for the procedure, the doctor is going to, doctor, nurse, whomever, whoever the skilled professional is, I believe she's a nurse. So I go in and they are going to have me, I am sure, undress from the waist down, place the sheet over my lap, sit with my bottom at the end of the bed. They're going to elevate me, have me put my feet in the stirrups, and it's going to seem a lot like getting a pap smear. Being very open and realistic here. I've only had one of those before. Not the most enjoyable thing. Not to go into real big detail. So they're going to have me put my feet in the stirrups, and they will insert what is almost like having a stent or a catheter type material. So it's a flexible tube with a syringe attached to the end. There's no needles involved. My guys would be passing out if they thought I was talking about taking a needle today to do this. That's not how it works. It's just a flexible tube with a syringe at the end so that they can inject the sperm. In my case, I am being injected with donor sperm. Trent and I had decided on a donor, and I'm sure everybody has so many questions on like, how does that even come about, and how do you do that? And I can fill you in on our process on selecting a donor for today's procedure. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling anxious to get things going. That's probably been my most overall feeling, is just not really nervousness, just anxious to get the ball rolling. I slept well. It's not unusual for me not to get like a tremendous amount of sleep. There wasn't any staying up all night or anything like that. Just prepared. So we're ready to get things going today. Donor sperm, though. Whenever you are selecting a donor, there's several things to consider, and they have extensive profiles. If you're going through an online agency, there's extensive profiles on each of them. And for us, we wanted to try to find someone that somewhat resembled Trent. And though there's nobody quite like Trent, I think that we did a pretty good job at selecting. And you know me, my type A, type 6, survivalist, perfectionist, organizer brain. I went through every candidate that was on the list and summed it all down to basically 4, which is hard to do because the profiles are so extensive. I'll give you guys just a little sneak peek and little note is that the first thing, and pretty much the only thing, because of course all we want is a baby that is healthy, right? That's what everybody wants. And so I didn't have too many restrictions on what I wanted other than healthy. So sneak peek, the only thing that I did decide on was that if possible, I would like to try to have a child with my blue eyes. So very blue eyes. I'm the only person in my family that has eyes like mine. Very crystal clear blue eyes. I've always been commented on and received a lot of attention about my eyes. So it's just a trait that, if possible, I'd like to pass on. So when looking for a donor, I made sure to look for somebody with blue eyes because they have like over a 99% chance then of the child having blue eyes. So we do know that. We can tell you that. I can definitely make another video that talks more and more about how we decided on the person, what process we went through, some of the costs involved with donor sperm. But today's the day. I gotta tell you, I don't think that I will feel like it's real until it's happening. That's kind of my thing. When I'm in prep, that's when it will start dawning on me. I do think that I'll get emotional. That's me. So I know a lot of people don't really think that about me, or that I'm like this overly desensitized and strong person, and that's not true. I get emotional about everything, and here lately it seems like more and more am I getting emotional about things. I saw a poor little squirrel that had been hitting the road on my way to work the other day, and I sat there and manically thought about it and how sad it was and was overwhelmed. So here of lately, definitely more and more emotional. We'll just blame it on the meds, okay? That can be a secret between us. But I am pretty much easy makeup prep. we look acceptable. We're going in. People have talked about, oh, what do you take with you? And like, do you pack a bag and stuff? No, I don't. So my clinic, my fertility clinic, that is, they have everything that you need, and it's going to be a simple procedure. I believe it said that 20 minutes was expected for the procedure today, and we'll leave the house here by 7 to be there by 9, and then at 7:30 I have to place a phone call to them, and so the lab will then take out these straws of sperm. That's what they're referred to as, straws. They'll take out the one needed for today and begin the thawing process so that we're ready for 9 o'clock. It'll be an easy peasy procedure. So I do believe things will be successful. I look forward to it. So it's been a process, it's been lots of planning, and we're ready for it today. We are ready for it today. So next time that I see you guys, this will have been completed, and we'll be on the right path to having a baby. So I'll talk to you guys soon.